I was a bit of a social butterfly. I always liked to make people laugh and always liked to be the life of the party, but I was never too crazy.
I guess I was a typical 19-year-old. I graduated high school, got into uni.
There was nothing stopping me from doing what I wanted to do.
On the day of my accident, it was Australia Day. Myself and three of my other mates decided to head down to the coast. My mate who was driving sort of lost control of the car. Then we swung around, hit a mountain on the side of the road, got a bit airborne and then rolled down a 20-foot embankment where I dislocated my neck and became a C6, C7 quadriplegic.
On the day I had my accident, me and my friends had decided that we were going to go out to the pub that night and made the decision somewhere along the line that I was able to drive home. The doctors have diagnosed my injury as C5-6 incomplete. I'm still able to move my arms, still able to move my hands, although I have limited movement in what I can do with my hands.
I was on holiday in Bali with my mum and a friend. We decided to go for a swim in the resort swimming pool. I jumped into what I thought was the deep end, however the sides of the pool were shallow, and hit my head, instantly breaking my neck and becoming quadriplegic.
I was 17 years old. I was passionate about rugby. What initially happened was, what the drill involved was someone would give you the ball and then you'd have to beat through the first line, and then on the second line you'd have to drive through it and score a try. I went to drive through and someone was behind me, helped driving me through. As I landed a bit funny and they were on top of me. I could feel that something was wrong, you know. I was just thinking, what's going on with me? Am I going to be able to play rugby again, you know?
I had a car accident when I was 19 driving to work. My spinal cord injury is a C6-7 sever complete injury. It affects me by obviously not being able to walk. It affects my dexterity in my hands, limiting my hand function. I have very limited sensation being a complete injury throughout my body.
Early days after the injury, you have to come to terms with the fact that your life has changed, and it's just all about finding the happiness and, you know, realising who you were before you had your injury and making sure that you're still that person.
It was really challenging when I first came home because my daughter was still in nappies, so I had to find alternate ways to be able to dress her and bath her. It was like all those little things that I took for granted before my accident. I now had to learn all new strategies on how to basically how not only to look after myself but how to be a mum again.
Getting over things like depression, anxiety, self-confidence, self-belief, it doesn't happen overnight. However, it does take a few years. Once you get over that, you embrace life, you grab hold of your independence and you move forward.
If you see someone in a wheelchair, treat them like they're another person. You know, most of the time, if they need a hand, they'll usually yell out.
Although I'm in a wheelchair, I'm still me. I'm still a person. I've just got wheels instead of legs.
Movies, dinner, drinks, anything to do that any ordinary person will do in a social life. I'm not afraid to be out there. A lot of people sort of look at you and go, oh, there's a bloke in a wheelchair out having fun. It's like, well, I still enjoy fun. I can't walk, but at the end of the day, I'm going to go out and give life a crack.
There's still a lot I can do in my situation, you know. Just being in a wheelchair, it's not going to hold me back.
The biggest message I want kids to get is to make sure they're not Mr. Invincible. You can't always just go out and think you're going to be fine at the end of the day. You've got to be ready, and at the same time, you know, like, just be precautionary about what can happen.
I remember when TAC came to do a talk at my school when I was in year 12. Looking back now, thinking, you know, it was never going to happen to me, you know, but it did.
Just look after your friends, look after your mates and watch each other. Going out drinking, just be a bit cautious, grab a cab, don't get in car with drink drivers and stuff, because all it takes is just one time, it's just one time that you will never get back.